Hi, hello, and welcome to Life Off Script. My name is Yaz, and I'm here with another episode. I hope you're not sick of me yet. And I wanted to give some life updates. So, life update, this has been a bit of a long time coming since I haven't touched on it in my earlier episodes, but I went to Andorra. I'm not sure if everyone actually knows about this place, or I'm just really not well versed with geography, which is a correct and true fact, but it's between Spain and France. And it's such a great place for a ski trip, specifically for snowboarders. I find that I went to Teens in 2025, early 2025, and that one was beautiful. Obviously, like Val d'Isere, Teens, stunning, loved it. However, it's more for the skiers, isn't it? It's not really for the snowboarders. So for Andorra, it was like wide slopes, pretty not like steep, but not too steep, but also not too many flats, so that you didn't get stuck on the board, and having to get your skier friend to like drag you along. So it was really good for that, and I had a great time. It was basically half the price of France, and it was pretty easy to get to. I mean, we went to Barcelona first and then we got a bus. So yeah, highly recommend it. Please do go there if you can. It's a great trip to go for a snowboarding trip. This episode is going to talk about how I am way more interested in how my life feels to me than how it looks to others. The reason I want to do this episode is because I've been feeling a lot of thoughts about ego and how right now I'm month 3 of unemployment. Not for lack of trying. I've been trying every day, but it's just been really tough. And I'm sure there's so many people in the same boat as me. There's a massive amount of layoffs. There's a massive amount of voluntary severance schemes and things like that. And especially in the tech world, but also just like all over. And there's an economic recession happening really as we speak. And there's a lot of people looking for jobs and there's not really many jobs available. AI is just impacting us across the globe, obviously, right? So from this, I have a lot of my friends who all have jobs, which so happy that they have jobs because obviously it would be stressful if all of us were in the same boat. But I was thinking about this the other day because I was feeling pretty down about myself about not having a job and how it must look to other people where they're like, oh, she's not even trying to get a job. Like it's been 3 months. But I'm like, I literally try every day. Like it is not as simple as walk into a pub like your parents thought that they could do and just drop off a fucking shitty little resume and then you're hired the next day. Doesn't work like that. And right now, the more connections you have, the better, honestly, because otherwise you're not really going to get that far, which is it's tough, but don't hate the player, hate the game. Anyway, so I obviously am feeling this quite strongly. I know no one actually thinks this of me, but I just have this like ego hit, which is that like I haven't found a job. And I've had a few interviews, but nothing's come to fruition. So I'm banking on this job that I have just gone for recently, but I don't know. I don't want to rely on it. But anyway, cut this out if I didn't get this job, please, God. Anyway, the mindset of how your life looks to others is so limiting and it's taxing. Sometimes you get stuck in this mindset and it's rules, it's expectations, but it actually has like no real consequences. Like a lot of it is just society's rules or what you think society deems okay and not okay. And this can be really interesting because for me, for instance, I could totally bring this back to starting a podcast. Obviously, starting a podcast is not looked upon in favorable light, usually. And also, in what world do I have any credentials to do this? None. In what world do I think that I have anything to say? I don't think I have anything to say that's like new or exciting or whatever. But I say it because for me, this is fun. This is my passion project, you know? But it is cringe. Like it's hard to push past that. And you know, when I first started it, I was like, God, this is like really putting myself out here. Like I am putting out my thoughts, my opinions, beliefs, on on random topics. I'm getting vulnerable on the camera, on a microphone, and putting it out to like the whole world. Like that is insane. And it's so not what I thought I would be doing in my life at this point. But the thing is like the consequence is that maybe a few people that don't like me or just think it's cringe and make fun of me behind my back. Okay, fine. But I don't see it. B, my friends and my family wouldn't do that. And they're the ones that I care about. And C, what my life feels like now to me is so much more fulfilled than what it was without it. I needed a creative outlet. I needed something that I could strive to, a hobby that I could really push myself with and see results with, even if it's just minimal. So happy that like I'm just even doing it as like a consistent thing. Like that is so exciting to me. That is how my life feels to me, is fulfilled. So why would I care how my life looks like to someone else? Because if I had not done this, which is probably what I would have done if I was still a bit more in my mindset of, oh, I can't do this, it's too cringe, it's too whatever, and people are going to talk about me behind my back and it's going to be really hard to deal with, I would still not be doing this creative outlet, and I would not be pursuing my passion, and I would be living a less fulfilled life. That is just the reality. And you can think that about people that do content creation in general. If you think, or influencer, or someone's done a vlog and stuff like that, it's like, okay, but at least they're doing something that's more creative. It's for them. Like, I just think at this point, why not be supportive of it? Like, they're making their life more fulfilled. It has nothing to do with you. So I think this mindset of really prioritizing how your life looks like to someone else is so taxing. You're going to regret it later. It also places you in a bubble where the consequences of denying this feel tangible. It feels real. It feels physical when they're in fact not. In fact, anything that you do that is in the pursuit of your own happiness and interest and how your life feels to you, and the caveat being that it's healthy and does not hurt anyone else, is fundamentally the very thing you should strive for. And it is the very thing that will reduce regrets later in your life. It will help your paths, your chapters of life, and it will cause you the least bit of anxiety. Like, society's pressure is really silly. Oh, no, I can't do this because someone will think I'm cringe. Or, okay, so now what? Is that the consequence? That some random person will think I'm cringe? It's enough to leave you with absolutely net zero at the end of the day. There's three things I think about when I think about this mindset. It's that we're on a floating rock. Earth is so old. We're living on a random rock in this Milky Way that is one of trillions of hundreds of trillions of billions of Milky Ways, where there's hundreds and trillions of planets. And you're worried about what Ruth thinks next door about your little creative outlet, or what Jack from your old high school thinks. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just so many, it just makes no sense. Anyway, the second thing is that we're going to die soon. We all die. So for me, I'm like, okay, well, if this is going to end anytime soon, I might as well do exactly what I fucking want to do. And the third is, if you age to like 90, I know for a fact at 90, you're going to be like, God, I had all this time in the world and I still didn't do exactly what I wanted to do because I was worried about someone who's dead now thought of me. It's like, what are we talking about? Seriously. So currently, if you look at my life, I'm unemployed. I had a breakdown 2 weeks ago, and last week actually, and a few days ago. And you'd think, wow, sounds like Yaz does not have her life together. And you know what? I don't. I don't have my life together. It's all a facade. Anything you see online, it's a facade. But that's the point. Is like, you know, people are going to post their highlights. I don't want to be posting a photo dump that reminds me of a shit time in my life. what? I'm not going to do that. I wear what I want, I say what I want, and I do what I want. My life feels most freeing to me when I'm aligned on my life path. And when I say that, I mean I'm not doing something that goes against what I actually want to do. So, for instance, it's basically called cognitive dissonance, which means you're doing something that you actively think is not what you should be doing. Let's say, like, you think smoking cigarettes is really bad for you and you don't want to smoke cigarettes, but yet you do it anyway. That's cognitive dissonance. You're not aligned. You're not aligned. My stance on this is that I'm not hindering myself for the benefit of others. I'm going to be selfish in that respect. I'm going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care about if you think it's cringe or not, or what people think of me, because at the end of the day, like I said, there's so many things to think about beyond this. The reason I think people get so caught up with this triggering and limiting mindset is just like when you're constantly in the society that like pushes that, especially small towns, like bigger cities, no one really cares. But I also think you just have to make sure that you remember that we're so mortal. Like we literally are not going to survive anything soon. At the moment, the world news, we are cooked, everyone. So I just don't understand why you don't do what you want to do. And that is true for a lot of things, not just, general hobbies or career paths, or it's also true for where you want to live, dating, being open and honest. If anyone's seen that Ethan Hawke interview with Amelia, I can't say her last name, so I'm not going to say it, from Chicken Shop Date, where he says, the person that loves always wins. It's true. The person that does what they want to do is trying to fulfill their life and only ever cares about how their life feels versus what people think of their life is always going to win. And that's the right energy you want to give off. Being present in your mind and your body and your soul, you're just going to be so much more satisfied doing exactly what you want to do and not caring about what people think about your life. It's just true. It's just true. And you will feel more aligned in yourself. Like you will have this real feeling that you are doing the right thing. And you will feel like you're doing the right thing for yourself. Being present in your body, your mind, and your soul will garner the best results. It will garner the least amount of regrets. Like think about yourself as a friend that you're just wanting to support all the way through. At every point, you would say, keep going, do exactly what you want to do. I'm there with you 100% of the way. This is so exactly what you should be doing. Like, don't think about anyone else. Just think about what you need to do to get there. Like, this is such a great creative outlet for you. You need this. It's like, it's true. You do. Oh my God, guys. Sorry, I'm squinting. Like, whew, this sun is bearing down on me. Although sorry guys, that's actually not a complaint. Very happy to see the sun. Very happy. Very happy. I was told it would be cloudy today, so I'm just going to soak that in. And on that note, I hope this was a good little nugget of information. If someone needed this little spruce up for their start of their day, cringe or not cringe, who cares? Maybe the thing is to lean into the cringe. Maybe that's the takeaway. Lean into the cringe, lean into what you want to do. And then at this point, I'm also going to suggest something. When you embrace the cringe, you will find that you will be much more closer to your childhood self. Your childhood self had no concept of cringe and did exactly what they wanted to do. You did exactly what you wanted to do when you were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. For instance, I did karate. Oh yeah, I did karate. I did tennis. I did dancing. Was I good at any of them? No. But did I enjoy it? Yes. Yeah, I did. And it was a nice outlet. Did I draw? Yes. Was I good at it? Debatable. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Yes. Do I do it now? I'm getting back into it because I stopped for so long because I was like, oh, I don't want to start something that I can't do. It's like, who cares? Start something you can't do. I couldn't snowboard for years, and I just kept pushing myself at every point to just do it. I don't care. It's always embarrassing at the start. You're finding your feet. It's like a little penguin. Like you're just learning your way. Okay. Anyway, this is obviously a little tiny episode, but I thought it would be really nice to just talk about that. There's some books that I could recommend to you. I would recommend The Power of Now, which is reducing your anxiety by being more present in the moment. And it also gives you a really good spiritual understanding of like why you need to be in the present moment and not be in the future or in the past. I would also recommend watching Before Sunrise trilogy. I've watched the first two, so I haven't finished the last one. So maybe this is a bit of a preemptive recommendation, but I just know the third one's going to be great. The first one is an incredible film about not grabbing what you want when you want it and the consequences of that. Something to think about. When you're at your youngest, you can do whatever you want, especially in your 20s. You're not tied down to anything realistically. Please, please, please let yourself dream, let yourself do whatever you want to do, and lean into that cringe. Cringe is like only a concept. There's no consequence to it. It's not going to hurt you to be cringe. It's not. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I hope this was a bit helpful to anyone that's kind of in this sort of, I want to do something, but I'm a bit scared to do it. Trust me, I was terrified to do this podcast. I was terrified to put my face on the camera, terrified to get the equipment and actually start this journey. But the more you do it, the more you feel better about it, the more you feel confident. As always, I really enjoy any feedback, any likes, any comments, any subscriptions. All of it helps me a lot. So I really, really would love that if you guys are enjoying this. Next episode will be on how I snuck into the Logies. Don't, because I actually have a story about how I snuck into the Logies. Okay, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. You've been listening to Life of Script. You can find me on Instagram at Life of Script Pod or TikTok at lifeofscript.pod. Okay, much love. Bye.